Now you're holding your phone, so think about this for a moment. If one of your ancestors from 100,000 years ago sat next to you for just 1 minute, what exactly would he see? The logical assumption is that he'd be completely bewildered. Glass gleaming, lights moving, sound coming out of a small box. It should be a scene utterly alien to a man who lived in a cave or an animal hide tent. But the real answer is far stranger than that. Large parts of his brain would understand what you're doing faster than you'd expect. Not because he's as smart as you, because the phone was built, without anyone intending it, on the exact same rules his brain was shaped by over millions of years. Let me explain how. In 2015, anthropologist Dietrich Stout from Emory University put people inside an MRI scanner and had them make primitive stone tools like the ones Stone Age humans used to make. The result was strange. The regions that lit up in their brains weren't just responsible for hand control. They were the same regions responsible for language and complex planning. Meaning, making a simple stone tool requires the same neural circuits you need to understand a sentence or plan out a coming step. Your ancient ancestor wasn't just banging rock against rock. He was practicing organized thinking, step by step, a clear goal, a predictable outcome. Stout arrived at another important finding too. The more ancient humans practiced making tools, the more those brain regions grew and strengthened. Meaning the hand and the brain weren't evolving separately. They were evolving together in a continuous loop. The hand learns a new movement, the brain grows to accommodate it, and the bigger brain allows for finer hand movements. That same loop is running in you right now as you use your finger on the screen, except the speed is 1,000,000 times faster than the Stone Age. Now look at your phone. Every app in it is built on exactly this principle. Step, result. Touch, reward. Button, instant feedback. Your ancient ancestor would look at the screen and see a very familiar rhythm. Not the shape he'd recognize, the rhythm. And the motion of your finger when you scroll isn't some random gesture invented by an engineer at a tech company. Purely in terms of movement, it's remarkably similar to a hand searching through grass for something edible. Same path, same repetition, same anticipation every time the finger comes down. Your ancient ancestor did this motion all day long while foraging for food among plants. You're doing it now while searching for a video you'll like. The goal changed. The motion and the feeling behind it stayed exactly the same. But is that the whole story? No. There's something deeper than that. In the 1940s, American psychologist James Gibson proposed an idea called affordance. The idea is simple. Any living creature's brain doesn't see things as they actually are. It sees them in terms of what can be done with them. A branch on a tree isn't just wood. It's something I can grab. A rock isn't just a stone. It's something I can throw. The human brain, even before language existed, was running on this logic constantly, evaluating everything around it with one simple question. What can I do with this? The phone, from this perspective, is packed with extremely obvious affordances. A round button says, press me. A moving line says, swipe me. A colored icon says, open me. Your ancient ancestor wouldn't need anyone to explain it to him. The shape itself gives him the instructions. That's exactly why a 2-year-old child with no language at all knows how to open a phone and play with it, because the human brain is wired to read these shapes before it ever learns to read a single word. And there's an even finer detail. That small red dot that appears on top of an app icon when a message or notification arrives uses the exact same color. Your ancient ancestor's brain was wired to treat as a signal of danger or a signal of blood. Red isn't just an ordinary color to the human eye. It's a color that grabs attention instantly, without thought, because millions of years of evolution taught the brain it must look at red first before any other color. App designers didn't need to know anything about neuroscience to stumble on this discovery. They tried lots of colors and found that red made people open the app more. Without understanding why, they tapped into an instinct millions of years old. So, if his brain will understand the shape so easily, does that mean he'll love the phone the way you do? This is where things get really interesting, the part that changed how we understand digital addiction altogether. American physician Anna Lembke, head of the addiction medicine program at Stanford University, spent years researching the brain's reward system, specifically the chemical dopamine. The key finding she arrived at is that dopamine isn't released when you receive the reward. It's released before you